They can actually run this model for hours, right? So you can see an example here actually ran for 24 hours on a kernel optimization test. So this is the part that people miss. The Minimax team ran a test. They gave M3 a hard job, which was optimize a tricky piece of computer code, and then they walked away with no help, no babysitting. M3 actually worked on it for 24 hours straight. No human on the planet can do that efficiently without, feeling sleepy or feeling tired or, feeling a bit crazy, to be honest with you. So it made 147 attempts. It hit dead ends. It backed up. It tried new angles and it just kept going. So by the end, it had made that code more than 9 times faster. Now, you imagine like the human version of that and how crazy that would actually be. It would just never happen, right? Like that's not going to happen. Whereas, for example, with this, well, it can run for 24 hours of continuous implementation, right? And it works on a task that's very common. It's called kernel optimization. This is a great test for checking long horizon tasks. So let's say, for example, you give the AI a goal at night. You go to sleep, you wake up, the work would be done. And, most AI gives up fast. The Minimax team actually said most other models quit after about 30 tries and just stop. M3 actually kept pushing past 145. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Julian, that's a coding example. I don't code. Who cares, right? Well, here's why you should care. That skill that makes it good at long coding jobs is the same skill that makes it good at long business jobs. Sticking with something, not quitting, working for a list. That is a muscle. And you can point that muscle at your own work, which could be sorting leads. It could be writing follow-ups, organizing your whole inbox whilst you're out. Which brings me to the old way versus the new way. So as an example of this, the old way of running a small business was that you do everything yourself. You answer the emails, you chase the invoices, you write the posts, you stay up late. And if you wanted to help, or if you wanted to get help, or you hired someone, which would cost money and it would take weeks to train, and it's a lot of stress and energy from you. The new way is that you give a clear job to an AI that doesn't sleep, doesn't quit, and costs 60 cents. It does the boring stuff for you. It does the stuff only a human can do, the relationships, the deals, the big ideas. And that is the shift. And it's not coming someday, it literally landed today. So let me hit the doubt that I know some of you have, because I hear all the time in the comments, which is, this is a Chinese model. Can I trust it? And that's a very, very good question. So this is interesting because it is an open source model, right? The weights are going to be open. They're going to release it to everyone. So because M3 is open weight and open source, is free to download, you don't have to send your data to anyone, right? So if you're worried about data, you can run it on your own machine. Obviously, you need a very good setup. You might need a DGX Spark or some setup like that. But at the same time, if you're worried about it, that's what you would do. And that way your stuff stays with you. That's actually the safest setup there is. Safer than a model you rent, where everything you type goes to someone else's servers. For example, like Claude or ChatGPT. And here's the other doubt.